What's up, XO gang? Welcome back to a new video from me. If you're new here, hi, how you doing? My name is Shabria. I film beauty hauls and reviews, book reviews, and writing vlogish type videos and YouTube shorts here on my channel. I hope you take the time to check out my channel, and hopefully you will subscribe and support. And if you're one of my day ones, thank you so much for your continued support here on my channel. It is never unnoticed. I really do appreciate it. So normally I do these type of videos on my YouTube shorts, like my yearly book wrap up of the books that I've read of each year. I decided to do it in video because I just want a new video and this will be my last video in 2023. So I just want to get off with a bang, I guess. So I read a total of 15 books of 2023. I'm really proud of that. And that was my goal, to read 15 books for 2023. There were some reading goals that I um, did not complete, but I am going to roll them over to 2024. If you have not watched my reading and writing goals for 2024 on my YouTube shorts, please do that. And yeah, we're going to get this started. So I wrote down, I like to keep track of the books that I've read in my notebook here. I got this notebook from Michael's. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. And I apologize for mispronouncing these authors' names because, yeah. So I read Not the Plan by Gia Kente. I think that's how you pronounce it. She has a book already published. I saw this book on NetGalley as an ARC, and I really wanted to read it, and I did. I gave it 5 stars. It's an adult romance. 4.5 of this. Has some steamy scenes. So yeah. um I read Take the Lead by Alexis Daria. I already read one book from her, and I did not even finish that series yet. I really did enjoy that. That's also an adult romance. 4.5 of steamy scenes, which I really did enjoy. Yeah, that book is also available. Black Women Candle by Diane Marie Brown. That is an adult fantasy. I categorize as an adult fantasy, also a women's fiction novel. That's just me. Everybody has their own opinion on how to categorize a certain book, but that's how I read the book, and I did enjoy it. I gave that 4 out of 5 stars. Next I read Play to Win by Jodie Slaughter. She has other books. This is the book that I saw on NetGalley as an ARC. I gave that 5 stars. 5 stars for steamy scenes, spicy scenes. So I really did enjoy that. Caribbean Competitors by Poppy Minnix. This is book 2. I did not read book 1. I saw this on NetGalley as well as an ARC. I gave this, I don't remember, 4 or 5 stars. I did enjoy it, and also I gave it like a 4.5 stars for steamy scenes as well. Room for Improvement by Jessica Gregory. This was book 1 of her series. This was an arc for a book publicity thing that I'm part of. Either it's Valentine's PR or no. Yeah, it's part of Valentine's PR. This book is now available. I gave it 5 stars and 4.5 stars for steamy scenes. Overall, I did enjoy it. A Beautiful Rival by Gill. That was a historical fiction. Um, that was a arc on NetGalley. That was my first historical fiction that I read of 2023. I was trying to read different genres, and I did, and I did enjoy it. I gave it 4.5, 4 out of 5 stars. Uh, a Childhood Crush by Ember Kelly. I'm not sure what number of the series in this in, but this was also an arc from Valentine's PR. Um, I gave it a 4 stars and 4.5 stars for steamy scenes. Overall, I did enjoy that as well. And Kissing Kosher, Kissing Kosher. Jean Meltzer. This was a Jewish representation adult romance. I haven't read any, and I met any Jewish representation novels in any year. So I was like, oh well, okay, let me just read that. That was No, it wasn't an arc. It was just it was already available. I was just like, I saw it on somebody that I was following on Instagram who read it, and was trying to see if my library had a copy of it, and they did. Checked it out. I read it. Gave it I gave it a 5 stars and a 4.5 stars for steamy scenes. Overall, I did enjoy that. The Neighborhood Favor by Kristina Forrest. I always wanted to read a book from Kristina Forrest. She has other books, but this was the number one because I saw this on NetGalley as an arc. I was declined for um for approval of reading it, and I was like really bummed out, and I was like, oh well, I'm just gonna wait till it was like available at my library, and it was, and I checked it out. um I really did enjoy it as well. I gave it 5 stars and 4.5 stars for steamy scenes. And I also was happy to find I also read A Proposal They Can't Refuse by Natalie Canta. This book was also on my want to read list. And I saw this book, I believe I saw this book on NetGalley as an arc, and I was also declined on this as well. And I just waited till the book was like available at my library, and I read it. 4.5 4.5 stars. I forgot my rate. I just know that was either 4 or 5 stars, and 4.5 stars for steamy scenes. Overall, I did enjoy that as well. I read Single and Ready to Jingle by Pepper Rain. This was a Christmas adult romance because I was trying to read some holiday romance books in December, and I did. The ones that I wanted to read, they weren't available. So this was the only book that, not the only book, but this was the only book that I was like, oh, let me check this out. And it was available, and available copy. I did like this. Um, it's a grumpy and sunshine adult romance. That means like one person that has a grumpy personality, and the other one is a sunshine, like so positive and so happy. Yeah. And adult romance, Christmas romance. 5 stars, 4.5 for the steamy scenes. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And last book I read was Dirty Sweet Wild by Julie Chris. This was book 2 from their Bad Billionaires romance series. I read book 1 like years ago, and I was like, okay, if on Libby or Hoopla has the other books in the series from these authors, I will finish it. And I was really glad that Libby had an available copy of this book for book 2. Checked it out. I enjoyed reading it. So I remember it was five stars and 4.5 stars for steamy scenes. And yeah. Those are the books that I read. I was trying to sometimes I have a hard time remembering what the book was about, but I know that I enjoyed it. If I didn't, I didn't. Oh wait, no. I'm missing one book. I'm not missing one book. Hold on. I am missing one book. I'm missing a few books. Sorry. I remember I forgot to write them down. I read Wild Wild of Something Nights by Raquel. Can never Raquel something. I'm so sorry, but it was an adult fantasy romance. That I gave it 4 stars. 4.5 of the steamy steams. Yeah, and that book, I believe I got that book as an ARC from NetGalley. So yeah, then there was another book that I read was Velour Was the Night by, I should have wrote those two down. I don't know why I didn't on this notebook, but I remember finishing Velour of Was the Night by Silvia. Ooh, I forgot her name. So sorry. But I just remember that it was okay, but it wasn't like okay. Like it wasn't like, oh my gosh, I loved it. It was a 3.5 out of 5 stars, and it was historical fiction. The only thing I didn't like about it, it was just so, it was dragging. That's all I had to say. But it was a pretty good book, and that book was on my to be read list, and I read it. I enjoyed it. There it is. So I don't know why I forgot to wrote those down in my notebook. But yeah, so those were the books that I read in 2023. I know what I want to read in 2024. I want to read 20 books in next year. Hopefully I do well. If I don't do well, it is what it is. If I do amazing, I'm really happy, really proud of myself, because yeah, 20 books. Some people are like, I can't read 20 books in 1 year. I'm like, well, try reading a book or a few books. You don't have to read 20 books. But yeah. So that is, like I said, that's my 2023 book wrap up. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. Yeah. And if you made it this far by the end of this video, leave a comment using this emoji on the screen. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video in 2024. So, bye.